This past month in the markets has been an absolute roller coaster. I took some great trades, made some costly mistakes, and learned lessons that could possibly change how I trade forever. In this video, I'm breaking down key moves I made throughout the month, the good, the bad, and the ones that almost cost me my account. Whether you're just starting out or are deep into your trading journey, I'm pretty sure there's something in here that you can learn. If you're serious about leveling up your trading skills, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss the next recap. Alright, with all that said, let's dive into the first week. So the first week of this month was, well, the start of my channel, and, well, it went as well as you think it did. We took one win and a bunch of losses. We went very negative. So yeah, from what I remember, I took 4 trades out of the 5 days of that week, and yeah, I lost 3 of them, won 1 of them, not even full TP. So yeah, I was definitely still in the learning phase, and I am always going to be in the learning phase. On that first week, from what I remember, I was down $221. It wasn't a great first week for starting off my trading journey and this channel as a whole. The one thing I can take away from week 1 was that I changed my bias too much. I couldn't make my mind up on a bias, and that's what ended up losing me a lot of money. Okay, moving on to week 2. Week 2, I kind of learned from my mistakes from the previous week. I overtraded and I changed my bias. So in week 2, I ended up taking 1 trade. And that 1 trade was a hit, an absolute hit. We hit a $215 win. The trade did run overnight though. That is something that I have ended up changing in my overall strategy. I don't want it to run for more than a certain amount of time because anything can happen. But we ended up with the win, $215 up. So moving on to week 3, I ended up taking 2 trades that week. And those 2 trades were, the first one was a break-even trade where I closed out for nothing. And it was because the market wasn't giving me anything specifically. Well, which was a good decision because it ended up hitting my stop loss like a few minutes later. And then the trade after that was a partial profit trade where I ended up being $20 on the week and then being tapped out at break even. Overall, the takeaway for week 3 was that I learned some patience. I didn't take trades that ended in instant losses. I took some profits, and that was enough for me. Now on to week 4. This past week has been absolutely insane. It was a massive winning week for me as a whole. I ended up making 3 trades, and each of those trades were a win. Not full TP wins, but they were wins. So the first trade I ended up taking was a partial into a eventual close from me because I thought honestly it was going to go down, but it didn't, and it hit my TP, and I was pissed because, well, my emotions got the better of me. So that ended up losing me a lot of money, but hey, still a win. Still came out with $70. The very next day, I took another partial profit trade, and I ended up moving my stop loss to my break-even point after it hit my first TP, and it pretty much just tapped me out and went to full TP. It was kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. But again, not a loss, just straight win. And then this Friday was the last trade I took, which ended up in a full TP. I didn't take any partials because it hit my TP too quick, and I ended up making $100 on the day. So overall, on this month as a whole, I am profitable. My first month back into trading, and I am profitable of $150. So I'm not gonna let this go to my head. Let me preface that out. You cannot let this go to your head. The first month I'm up $150, so I am profitable on the month. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty proud of that. I'm not done yet. I still need 2 more months in a row to even think about starting a actual funded account. But it definitely is a good start to the journey. It started off very rocky, I won't lie. We ended up with a lot of losses, and we almost ended up closing the account. Now we are up $150. We are up 3% on the account. We need another 5% to pass the funded challenge, right? So that would be pretty cool. So my plan for this account is I'm going to keep going until it either closes, like we either fail the challenge on an 8% drawdown on the whole account, or we close out the account and we actually beat the challenge of passing 8%. So that is the goal. And then I'll probably restart the account after that to return to the $5,000 on the demo, because I don't want to just keep stacking money and then risking more and trading more. I want to keep it to very strict standards of how a funded account is actually supposed to go. So overall takeaway on this month was that, first of all, my most profitable confluences, LFVG and IFVG, the last fair value gap and the inverse fair value gap. Those things have gotten me quite a few wins, okay? And that's actually what ended up getting me profitable on this account for the month. So I will be writing that down on like the monthly journal type thing, you know, because clearly I understand, or I'm starting to get some sort of groove with it, and I don't want to stop that momentum. I want to learn from what is actually being given to me. I've been profitable on these confluences, so I am going to use that to my advantage. The other takeaways were my emotions. My emotions were wild for the first 2 weeks. And even following into week 3 and week 4, I ended up with a lot of losses because I was scared of losing money, or I was just too focused on getting those final profits, you know, trying to get into the positive. And that's what ended up losing me the most money, honestly. But at the end of the day, this is a demo account. I am not risking anything. So it is going to be a lot different when I actually do get into some sort of funded account or funded challenge. So I will probably still end up failing a few funded challenges. But I think this was a pretty good first month on not only this channel, but my trading journey as a whole. Still doing my journal entries. Do your journal entries. Please do your journal entries. I read through these almost every day, and it reminds me of my mistakes that I don't make them in the future. And yes, you're still gonna make the same mistakes every now and then, because we're not perfect, okay? But it is a great reminder to put you in the mindset of just not making the same stupid mistakes. But yeah, with all that said and done, I appreciate you guys for watching this far. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for this next month coming. Hopefully we come out profitable 2 months in a row. Let's hope.